Welcome back to Wall again, and we are here in a secret location in County Meath. Where are we, Eric?
What's the crack, Rob? Welcome to my humble abode.
I've crossed the Boyne Valley to get here. Wasn't easy.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the trip down wasn't too bad.
Very foggy out there tonight.
Yeah, it certainly is. So here we go. Led Zeppelin 3.
Led Zeppelin 3, we're here to talk about. So the
yeah.
vinyls are a bit bigger, so I'll have to go closer to the camera. Go further away. There we go. Now they're the same size.
That's it, man.
Very good. So, Led Zeppelin 3. What do you think of this one, Eric?
This is a very underrated album, in my opinion, Rob. It's when Zeppelin went away from their traditional classic rock style and started to, I suppose, get more into folk. That's what I'm hearing on the album. Anyways, it's a good listen. I like the album.
Yeah, very interesting that you say it's underrated, because when you think of the first 4 Led Zeppelin albums, it definitely sticks out as a different style, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Like
there's certainly different styles in there. Like you have the traditional, classic rock style. So the song opens up with an absolute, the album opens up with an absolute belter. The Immigrant Song, probably one of their most famous songs, used in different movies like School of Rock,
of course,
used in Marvel movies and Thor and stuff. It's just an iconic song, and I absolutely love it. But then you've got songs then like Friends and Celebration Day, who I just think they're not like the first 2 albums. The genre is not that kind of guitar band. They started to bring in like, ukulele and congas and bongos, and then more keys as well, which goes on to a lot of the next album. But it's pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah, they definitely changed things up on this album. There's no doubt about it. It was released in 1970. So they were coming into a different phase as a band. As you say, a lot of folk influence and stuff like that on this one.
Yeah.
If you listen to the 4 albums in one hit, this one definitely sticks out as being different. But I have to say, from listening to it again, it still rocks.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I always had in my head, that's the acoustic album. But when I listen back through it, like Immigrant Song is a rocker. Since I've Been Loving You is a great blues song. It's got that great electric guitar on it. And then Out on the Tiles, that's a rocker as well.
Out on the Tiles, great tune. Yeah.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. So maybe we'll start with the artwork, which I have on CD. I think this is an example of where the CD doesn't do the artwork justice.
Oh yeah, so
too small.
This is here on the vinyl, and I don't know if anybody out there has the vinyl. You'll get the traditional spinny disc thing that they have. So if you see, it's kind of like, it's all just random pictures of like, I don't know, it's like Zeppelins and smiles, and then there's real trippy kind of circles and stars and stuff. I think actually, what's his name? Jimmy Page has gone out to say that he's actually not a fan of this cover because it looks like a teeny bopper project or something. He's gone down and said, it's not his favorite one, but it's just random clip art thrown together. But to me, I love this. It's real interactive. Got that spinny disc at the side. It's one of my favorite things about this album. Yeah.
It's very iconic. There's no doubt about it. You can see the name Led Zeppelin in there, not in their standard font and logo. It's like a little kind of a bubble in the L and the Z, and then the other letters are just kind of, they are like bubbles in there, aren't they? They kind of meld into each other. And then, of course, the tree and Roman numerals on the bottom. And as you say, interactive. But yeah, for me, I think the back is amazing. Yeah. I think the back would have been a great front cover, to be honest with you.
That's there on the vinyl.
Yeah, it is. And like the album cover doesn't in any way relate to the music inside.
No.
The journey that the band are going to take you on here. It's crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. So let's go through the album then, Rob.
Yeah.
So, you've got the Immigrant Song, absolute belter kicking off the album. Like, I mean, all of the members of the band on top form in this song. Class.
Absolutely. We used to play this song in our band back in our jamming days. Don't know if we ever played it live, but we certainly jammed it a lot.
Yeah, definitely did, man, yeah. And it goes into then Friends, which is a good acoustic kind of track. Like you Bonham on the congas, it's a real acoustic vibe, real folky.
Very folky.
Yeah, good tune.
Yeah, definitely. And that's the thing I like about Led Zeppelin. I wouldn't be a huge folk music fan. Like, Like some of Bob Dylan stuff is okay. I could
Yeah.
take it or leave it. You know, some of Bruce Springsteen stuff was okay. And then, you know, I know there's a lot more folky stuff that's less pop oriented than that. But I find with Led Zeppelin, because they're such good musicians, when they do folk, it's like folk, but it's taken to a different level.
Yeah.
It's really, really proficient, really, really high standard.
Yeah. It's real Peace Man, hippie
Yeah.
style. You know, you can really see Jimmy Page or Robert Plant's kind of his whole what's his personality just shining through. He was a real man of peace and stuff. You can
Daisies in
really
his hair.
think back to like the Woodstock days. You can
Absolutely.
really hear in those folky songs. Like
Absolutely. But Page is on fire on Friends. Even it being an acoustic track, like he tunes his guitar so differently for a lot of this album.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he tunes it differently on this track. I must go check that out and maybe consult with Danny on that one.
Ah, yeah.
Okay.
Danny.
And then we go on to Celebration Day, which
Deadly
again,
tune.
another brilliant track.
Deadly tune. I love this song actually. Do you remember the whole reform that's done years later? Jason Bonham, and I think they've done a famous gig in the O2
Absolutely.
in London.
Absolutely.
Up with, they called the gig Celebration Day.
That's right.
And it's a like Zeppelin are back for one night only, you know, it's celebration, but they open up with that song and I love that song. It's just incredible.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic song. And then we go into one of my favorite Led Zeppelin songs. Since I've Been Loving You, 7 minutes 24 seconds long.
Yeah.
It's an absolute classic blues rock song, in my opinion. Up there with anything from Eric Clapton to Peter Green to Gary Moore. This is where Jimmy Page basically shows what a fantastic blues rock guitar player he is.
Yeah.
The guitar solo on this is phenomenal.
Oh, savage. I'm a drummer, so I don't know a huge amount of, like, you know, technique and all, but that's one of those kind of standout guitar songs, Zeppelin. The way he plays in that, I just love the rawness of the song. It's amazing. It's so raw, like you can actually hear it if you listen carefully. You can hear this squeak. So John Bonham's doing the kick pedal. You can hear the spring on his kick pedal if you listen carefully.
Really?
Yeah, you can hear the spring. It's so raw. The whole recording is, but it's perfect. You know, they done that live, and they just got the vibe of the song, and that was the take. It's
absolutely.
Class. Yeah.
And the guitar solo, as with Jimmy Page, like it's got its little quirks in there.
Yeah.
But that's absolutely perfect for what it was.
Yeah.
You will never hear something like that on the radio these days because everything is just completely, you know, fixed to within an inch of its life and auto-tuned and everything. And but Jimmy Page on this one, he's playing with raw passion.
Yeah.
And you can hear it. And I haven't heard that spring before, but I'm going to listen out for it.
You'll definitely hear it. You'll twig it. It's pretty cool.
Brilliant.
I love those types of imperfections, but hidden Easter eggs and songs. You know, like you get new songs like this day and age, and it's processed to an inch of its life. You can't hear that kind of, you know, the humming or the reality of what the song is. Everyone's in a room, and the speakers are probably humming, or there's electricity current or whatever. I love that element that can be caught, you know, and you can hear it on that song. It's really cool.
It's human, isn't it?
Yeah,
brings the song alive.
Yeah, exactly. Another band that really done that well was David Bowie. Like, you know, you can listen to his classic albums, and you know, you can hear the rawness in the songs. They're not done to a click track. They're, you know, you can hear the tempo pick up a bit. It's not done the way songs are done this day and age. It's all click track, and it's all processed in Pro Tools or whatever you have. You know, that's what I love about raw music from that era. It's class.
Yeah, and David Bowie's voice as well.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times, like The Man Who Sold the World, like on that particular song, his vocal isn't in tune for the whole song.
Yeah.
But that's part of
that's
the
human
charm.
element. That's the human element of the song. That's what I love about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we've got Out on the Tiles, which is, I think this is one where Bonham really takes center stage. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, if you listen to that, How the West Was Won, that's how they open up Black Dog. You do Out on the Tile.
That's right. Yeah.
Hey, mom, is the way you've gone. So it's class. I love that song, especially as an open. Really cool.
Absolutely. I'm just getting the feeling now we should go out to the music studio here and jam this song, you know, and then come back in because it's such good music. Such good music. Okay, I didn't bring my guitar with me tonight. So maybe next week.
Next time.
Yeah. Okay, what's next?
Gallows Pole.
Gallows Pole.
That's I really like that song. It's folky. Has a good kind of acoustic vibe on it. Deadly Bassline song. I'm
Yeah.
like, really into that. Like, we don't talk about John Paul Jones a lot.
We actually don't.
No,
we need to
and-
talk about John Paul
yeah.
Jones more on these
And like
albums.
that bass line in that song is brilliant. I mean, he's a fantastic musician. He doesn't get talked about enough because he's in a band with three other gods, like, you know.
Yeah.
But savage song.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. And this one, to me, this takes me back to medieval England.
Yes. There's a kind of Celtic vibe or medieval
Braveheart.
vibe. Yeah, totally is.
That type of vibe. It takes me back to that. You know, the gallows pole, hangman. You know, absolutely brilliant. You can really picture, you know, someone sitting in a prison cell, waiting for the gallows pole.
Yeah, definitely.
It's phenomenal. And again, that's Robert Plant.
Yeah.
Imagery, like the lyrics, the way he's able to paint a picture, tell a story, and put you in there. It's just magic. They're an unbelievable band.
Yeah, savage band, really are. Then on to the next few. So there's a bit of a dip in the album for me. Kind of song like Tangerine, That's the Way. Not a massive fan of those songs. They just don't stand out to me. Hats Off, Roy Harper. I don't really get those songs on the album. They're probably more on the folky side. But one of the last songs, I think it's like Bron Your Stomp, another kind of folky song. It's really cool. I think they actually got the name for that's really recorded the album. Wasn't it? That was
in Wales
or something. Yeah. So that's a pretty good song.
Yeah, I get off that one, Bonner Your Stomp. I'm getting like a Welsh Celtic vibe.
Yeah,
folky Celtic vibe off it.
Yeah.
And then I would have to agree with you. Tangerine, That's the Way, and Hats Off to Roy Harper are a dip in quality.
Yeah.
In terms of what's gone
it's
before.
Where the album dips a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, whereas you get Zeppelin 2 before every song's a banger, I find the Zeppelin 3, it's a great album. It's underrated. That's where the little album dips, is those 3 songs.
Yeah. Now, I will say, even with that dip, I really, really enjoyed listening to this back this week.
Like,
I like every song, even these songs at the end. And to be honest with you, when I was younger, I used to dismiss a lot of these songs because I was young and angry and wanted heavy rock music.
Rock music.
Rock and roll. Metal. But I have to say, I really appreciate the songwriting, the musicianship on these songs. Like, they're still fantastic. They are, I agree with you, they are a little bit of a dip down, but they're still fantastic songs.
Yeah.
So to me, I love this album.
Yeah.
I've grown to love this album a lot more in later years than I did when I was younger. But yeah, for me, it's a class album.
So
Absolutely.
what would you give a Rob out of 10?
Probably give it a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10, yeah.
Yeah.
I have written down here in my notes, right? I have it down as an 8 out of 10. And I'm starting to think maybe it's you know, should be an 8.5 out of 10. Because like, even I was listening to it today again on vinyl, and was like, just every time you listen to it, you discover something else about it, you know. So because of those, like I said, those songs, Tangerine, That's the Way, Hats Off, Roy Harper, that dips the album a small bit. I don't find it as good as Zeppelin 2. So a fair score for me is probably 8.5. It's a good rank.
Still a very good album.
Still a very good album.
Yeah.
Stands up there with some of their best.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, I really enjoyed that one, I have to say. Led Zeppelin 3.
Cool.
Fantastic. Okay, so let us know in the comments what you think of Led Zeppelin 3. Is it on par with the previous Led Zeppelin albums? Led Zeppelin are obviously taking a different direction on this one. So do they stay up to the high watermark that they've set, or do they go a little bit lower? Or maybe you think it's their best one. Let us know in the comments. And if you could also like, subscribe, and share, and we will talk to you on the next one. Bye for now.